Oscar-nominated Kiwi actor Keisha Castle-Hughes has described her distress when she found out her 4-year-old daughter was being denied New Zealand citizenship. Her daughter was born in New York and doesn't qualify under current laws. Castle-Hughes has spoken at an urgent Waitangi Tribunal hearing, sharing her frustration about the process and questioning the fairness of a system that she says asks people to quantify their Māoridom. She joins me now. Kia ora, Keisha. So you applied for New Zealand citizenship for your daughter and you thought it would be a pretty straightforward process, but what actually happened?
Yes, absolutely. When my daughter was born in 2021, we applied for her New Zealand passport and received a letter back stating that because I have citizenship by descent, because I was born in Australia to a Māori mother and an Australian father, I wasn't actually able to pass on my citizenship of New Zealand to my tamariki unless they were born in Aotearoa.
Okay, so to clarify that, the rules are that because you were born in Australia and your New Zealand citizenship is therefore by descent, you can't pass that on to your own children. And so there's no legal provision for citizenship by whakapapa at this point?
Currently, no, as it stands. Within the citizenship by descent model, there is a particular verbiage around proving familial family ties / whakapapa, but there's no provision specifically to tangata whenua or for whakapapa.
Okay, so what happened next? Did you manage to get this overturned? I understand you had to go through ministerial intervention, but you've told the Waitangi Tribunal that the process felt incredibly racist. Why was that?
It was a really long and arduous process. It was incredibly invasive, and there was a lot of moments in which I was asked to provide information, which felt to me as though I was being asked to quantify Māoridom, my Māoridom, my whakapapa.
This could potentially impact a lot of people. If you look at the 2021 Australian census, it recorded that there were around 11,500 Māori with 2 Australian-born parents. So that's a bit of a conservative estimate about how many others may be in a similar situation to you. Given what you went through, what would you like to see happen?
I'm very aware that I was sitting in a very different position in terms of my privilege and my access to resource. And even with that, the process still took me and my whānau 4 years to gain citizenship for my daughter. There's no other place in the world that she can go where she can be Māori in the sense that she can attend kohanga reo or she can attend kura kaupapa. This is the one place, this is her mana whenua. And so it's important that to me, that the conversation is engaged about how do we recognise that.
Keisha, what about other New Zealanders who aren't tangata whenua? Do you believe that any future changes to the system should also apply to them, to everybody?
I can only speak to my lived experience and to what it's meant for me, and that encapsulates me being Māori and being tangata whenua.
The Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister have come out and commented today with a response to your story, essentially saying that the rules are the rules and they should apply to all New Zealanders. So what would be your response to them?
I personally had never asked for any special treatment, and I don't think that the kōrero within the tribunal is asking for that either. You know, the last act within the citizenship that we're adhering to was in 1977. And so we are a lot further on as a country now in terms of our knowledge of how we honour te tiriti. And so I think it's really important that we continually engage in those conversations.
David Seymour, the Deputy Prime Minister, Keisha, said that you should stick to riding Wales. I wonder if that comment, the struggle you've talked about for the last 4 years, how does that feel today?
I mean, you know, it's been a long time since I've ridden a whale, David, so...
Quite some time, but we all still fondly remember Whale Rider and love you for it. Keisha, thank you so much for your time today. Oscar-nominated Kiwi actor Keisha Castle-Hughes there for us. Tēnā koe, Keisha. Thank you.
Tēnā koe.